Hello students, in the previous two lectures of current electricity, I have given the concept of the electric charge and electric current. So if you have not watched those videos, then first you watch those videos and then you begin from the third lecture, which is on the electric potential and electric potential difference. What is the meaning of electric potential and electric potential difference? If you see here any conductor, here I have taken one conductor, you can see here. As we know that conductor is consisting large number of free electrons. What are free electrons? Are those electrons which have become free from the valence shell of an atom, which have left the atom from the valence shell and the atom has now become positively charged ion. It is clear? But since the positive charge is associated with the atom, therefore these ions cannot move. But the electron which have come out from the valence shell, it can move here and there inside the conductor through small interatomic spaces that I am going to picturize by this diagram here. Suppose these circles are representing to the atoms. There is a very small interatomic space in between the atoms. Now among these atoms there will be some will be positively charged. Those will become positively charged from which electron has come out from the valence shell. Now see here, there will be the free electrons also, that I am showing the free electrons with this. It's clear, these are the free electrons. Here these are the free electrons which are present within the conductor. Now generally these free electrons are moving randomly here and there inside the conductor. They are not moving in a definite direction. They are not moving in a definite direction. See here, this is the conductor and these free electrons are not moving in a definite direction. They are moving in the random direction. Here just I am showing that their direction of flow. I am not showing here the positive ions. It is clear. This is the direction of motion of the free electrons. They are moving here and there because of the thermal energy of the conductor. Because of the temperature of the conductor, they are moving here and there in the different direction. It is clear? Because this conductor is consisting large number of free electrons, and these free electrons are moving randomly here and there inside the conductor. So since the electron is carrying the charge and electron is in motion, therefore it must produce some current. It must produce some current. This motion of electrons should produce some current. But if you touch the conductor, you don't feel any current. It's clear? And why it is so? It means the concept of electric current is not correct. Concept of electric current says that the electric current is constituted by the flowing charges. Here electrons are moving, electrons are having the charge, but still even after that there is no electric current. When we touch the conductor, we don't feel any current here. Why it is so? It is because of the fact that the current produced by one electron is neutralized by the other electrons. Since the electrons are moving randomly, therefore the current produced by one electron will be neutralized by the other electrons. In other way, we can say that the equal number of electrons are crossing to any cross section from either side. I have taken this as a cross section. It is clear? Suppose in 1 second 10 electrons goes from left to right direction, then 10 will also move from right to left direction. It is clear? If suppose in 1 second 10 are moving from this end to that end, they are crossing to this cross section from left to right, then 10 will also cross from right to left, and therefore there will be no overall transport of electrons from the cross section. There will be no overall transport of electrons from the cross section, and when there is no overall transport of electrons, means there will be no flow of charge. No flow of charge means no electric current will be produced. So see here, on the whole, what happens? In a conductor there are large number of free electrons. These free electrons are moving randomly here and there inside the conductor because of the temperature. Because of their temperature, they will move randomly here and there. Due to that, what will happen? Current produced by one electron will be neutralized by the other electron. Or in other words, equal number of electrons are crossing to any cross section in a given time from either side. Therefore, there will be no net transport of electrons through any cross section, and current will be zero. Current will be zero. It's clear? How will you establish the current here? So, how will you establish? If you make the motion of electrons, if you make the flow of electrons in a definite direction, instead of moving in the random direction, if you make their flow in a definite direction, then what will happen? Their motion, they will start flowing in a definite direction, and when they will start flowing in a definite direction, then there will be no neutralization of current, because all are flowing in the same direction, and all are flowing in the same direction. Then there will be a net current if all the electrons are moving here in this direction. Then what will happen? All are majority of the electrons. You can say all the electrons are majority of electrons are flowing in a definite direction. Then there will be the current in the conductor. Current will establish in the conductor. It is clear? Now how can you make it possible? So that can be made possible by creating potential difference. There is a quantity, physical quantity, electric potential difference. If you create the potential difference at the end A and end B of the conductor, then what will happen? Electrons will start flowing in a definite direction. If you make potential difference between both the conductors, if you create potential difference between both the ends of the conductor, then these electrons, these free electrons will start moving in a definite direction, and current will be produced in the conductor. Current will be produced in the conductor. This potential difference is created by the cell. It is created by the battery. It is created by the source of electric current. This potential difference is created by some source of electric current. That source of electric current can be cell, it can be a battery, or it can be the electric supply which you get at the mains. Electric supply which you get at the mains. It is clear? From the electric supply company. That will create the potential difference, and when the potential difference will be created, what will happen? Current will start flowing. It is clear? So it is the potential difference which creates the electric current, which make possible the flow of free electrons in a definite direction, which make possible the flow of free electrons in a definite direction, and therefore current flows. Means we can say current flows because of the flow of electrons. It's clear? Now see here, suppose the wires in your house, the wires which are used for wiring purpose in your house, if you replace those wires with the help of threads, with the help of some plastic strings, what will happen? You will get the supply, but then no current will pass. Why? Because they are not having the free electrons. So it is the free electrons which make possible the which produces the electric current when these free electrons flows in a definite direction. and in order to make possible their flow in a definite direction, a source is required which creates the electric potential difference between the two ends of the conductor. It's clear? For example, in your house, a wire is coming from the electric pole. That wire is consisting two wires. That cable is consisting two wires. Through one wire, electric current is coming. Through other wire, electric current is returning. It's clear? So the wire through which the electric current is coming will be at higher potential, and wire through which it is returning will be at lower potential. Therefore, a potential difference will be created. Electric current will start flowing. So see here, you can make possible the flow of electrons in a definite direction. You can create the electric current in a conductor by creating potential difference across the ends of conductor, and this potential difference can be created with the help of some source of electric current. The source of electric current is the cell, it is the battery, it is the source, that AC source, AC mains, which you are getting from the electric supply company. It is clear? So see here, now see here, what is electric potential? How will you define the electric potential? It is clear? So electric potential is that electrical condition which determines the direction of flow of charge in a conductor. Electric potential is that electrical condition. It is that electrical quantity which determines the direction of flow of charge in a conductor. It is clear? Positive charge always flows from high potential to the low potential, while the negative charge means electrons, because electrons are having the negative charge. They will flow from low potential to the high potential. You can see here, suppose this is a conductor. I have made some conductor here. This is some conducting wire which we call it the resistor, resistor. This is one end and this is the other end. Unit of electric potential is volt. Here its unit is volt. It's clear? Suppose here this end is at higher potential. This is at 100 volt and this is at 10 volt. What will happen? Positive charge means electric current will flow in what direction? From high potential to the low potential. From high potential to the low potential. But the negative charge means electrons will flow in what direction? From B to A. From B to A. Now you see another example. I have taken here this two conductors. Instead of having here this conducting wire, here there are two conductors and they are joined by a wire. Suppose this is having a charge of 100 coulomb and this is having a charge of plus 70 coulomb. So which body you will take at the higher potential, A or B? So see here, one which is having more positive charge will be at higher potential. One which is having more positive charge will be at higher potential. That will have more electric potential, provided their sizes should be same. Both the bodies should have the same size. It's clear? So the body which is having more amount of positive charge will be at high potential. That is, it will be at high potential difference. Here it will be at low potential difference. But there is a condition, both the bodies should be of same size here. So it is at high electric potential, that is one is at low electric potential. What will happen? Current will flow from where to where? From high potential to the low potential. It's clear? Electrons will flow from where to where? Electrons will flow from this end to this end. Now up to up to which moment this flow will continue? Till both bodies acquire the same temperature, till both bodies acquire the same electric potential, till both bodies will acquire same electric potential. When both will acquire the same electric potential, what will happen? There will be no flow of charge. There will be no flow of charge. It is clear? Means there will be no flow of electric current. You can take one more case here. Suppose this is at minus 100 volt and this is at minus 10 volt. Now which one will be at high potential? So you can see here which one is the more, which one is more. So you will find that the potential of B is more. Why potential of B is more? Because B is less negative and A is more negative. Therefore, it will be at high potential. Now this will be at high potential. This will be at low potential. Electric current will flow in what direction? From B to A. Electrons will flow in what direction? Opposite to that, means in this direction. Electrons will flow in this direction. It is clear? Now see here also in this case, suppose instead of plus 100 coulomb, it is having minus 100 coulomb. Instead of plus 70 coulomb, it is having minus 70 coulomb. It is clear? And if you connect them by a wire, which will be at higher potential? So one which is having more amount of positive charge. More amount of positive charge means less negative charge. Less negative charge. Which one is having less negative charge? Minus 70 coulomb is less. It is clear? It is the less negative charge. It is the more negative charge. It is clear? So which will be at higher potential? So higher potential will be, now this will be at high potential and this will be at low potential. It is clear? So electric current will flow in what direction? You can see here, electric current always flows from high potential to the low potential, means in this direction. Electrons will flow from where to where? From A to B. You can see here, it is more negative, means having more excess of electrons. A is more negative than B, means A is having greater excess of electrons than B. So electrons will flow from A to B till both bodies acquire the same electric potential. So what is electric potential? It is that electrical condition which determines the direction of flow of charge. Positive charge always flows from high potential to the low potential. Means electric current, which is the direction of flow of positive charge, always flows from high potential to low potential. While the negative charge, that is electrons, it flows from low to the high electric potential. It is clear? Negative charge, that is electrons, flows from low to high. Now see here, this is the qualitative meaning of electric potential. What is the quantitative meaning? So you see here, what is the quantitative meaning of electric potential? That also you can see. Now see here, if you place some charge at this point, what will happen? It will produce a field of it in its vicinity. It will produce its field in its vicinity. It is clear? This is the field of this charge. And if in that field we place some other charge, then on that other charge there will be the force due to this. It is clear? There will be, suppose I have placed charge Q here, what will happen? This capital Q, which is the source of this field, you can see, is exerting force on the small q. It is clear? So every charge has its own field around it. Every charge is having its own field around it. What is the meaning of own field? Means if in that region some other charge is placed, then that other charge will experience force due to it. that force will be either attractive or it may be repulsive. As we know that like charges attract, like charges repel, while the unlike charges attract. Like charges repel, while the unlike charges attract. It's clear? So here this is the electric field of this charge Q. It's clear what is electric field? Electric field, it is that region around any charge in which some other charge experiences force. It is that region around any charge in which some other charge experiences force. It is clear? And here capital Q is not exerting force on the small q. When small q is here, it is not exerting any force here. We will say that the small q is at infinity. Infinity or outside electric field of capital Q. Outside electric field of capital Q means what is electric field? What is the electric field? It is that region. First thing is every charge produces its own electric field around it. Means we can say that every charge is surrounded by its own electric field. The strength of electric field will depend upon the magnitude of charge. If the charge is stronger, it will produce a stronger electric field in its region. If the charge is of smaller magnitude, it will produce a weaker electric field in its around it. It's clear? What is the meaning of stronger? What is the meaning of weaker? In a stronger electric field, it will experiencing more force. In the weaker electric field, it is experiencing less force. It's clear? So this is the electric field region. What is the infinity? What is the outside the electric field? It is that region where this source charge do not exert force on small q. That is called the infinity with respect to capital Q. It is clear? Now you can see here. So there is one term, electric potential. How will you define it quantitatively? So electric potential at any point of electric field, at any point of electric field is defined as force experienced by unit positive charge. No, electric potential at any point of electric field is defined as work done, in carrying unit positive charge. Positive charge from infinity. Infinity means outside the electric field. Outside the electric field. From infinity to that point. First you read this and go at its meaning. You can see here what is electric potential at any point of electric field. It is equal to work done in carrying unit positive charge, that is 1 coulomb charge, that is charge of 1 coulomb from infinity, that is from outside the electric field to that point. Means you can see here, suppose on carrying charge small q, suppose this is the region of some electric field. Here this is the region of some electric field, and on carrying charge small q from here to here, W work is done in carrying charge small q from infinity to the point P. This is infinity because this is outside the electric field region, to the point P. W work is done. Then what will be the electric potential? If W work is done in carrying charge q from infinity to point P, then electric potential at P, this will be V equals to W upon Q. V equals to W upon Q. It's clear? This will be the electric potential at the point P. It's clear? What is electric potential? Electric potential at any point of electric field is defined as work done in carrying unit positive charge from infinity to that point. That is called the electric potential at that point. It's clear? Now what will be the unit of electric potential? So you can see here. Here V equals to W upon Q. What is the SI unit of charge? SI unit of work? It is joule. What is the SI unit of charge? It is coulomb. So SI unit of electric potential is joule per coulomb, or we also say it as volt. We also say it as volt. It's clear? 1 volt equals to 1 joule per coulomb. 1 volt equals to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. It's clear? Means you can say that electric potential at any point of electric field is said to be 1 volt if 1 joule work is done in carrying 1 coulomb charge from infinity to that point. What will be the electric potential at this point? What will be, if electric potential at this point is 1 volt, what does it mean? If the electric potential at this point is 1 volt, what does it mean? It means work done in carrying 1 coulomb charge from here to here is 1 joule. It's clear? This is the electric potential. Now see here, there is a term electric potential difference. How will you describe electric potential difference quantitatively? So see here, electric potential difference, it is the property in between 2 points of the electric field, in between 2 points situated within the electric field. Suppose these are the 2 points A and B. Here in the later classes you will study that if you bring a charge from Q to, if you bring a charge Q from B to A via any path, whether you bring B to A this way or you bring B to A this way, in every case there will be same amount of work done. In every case there will be same amount of work done when the charge Q is brought from B to A. Through any way you can bring. It's clear? It's clear this way. Charge Q is brought from point B to the point A through any path. In every path there will be same amount of work done. It's clear? So electric potential at electric potential difference. What is electric potential difference? It is the work done in carrying charge Q from one point to another. It is the work done in carrying unit positive charge, 1 coulomb charge from one point to the other. What is the electric potential difference between any 2 points of an electric field? It is defined as work done in carrying 1 coulomb charge from one point to the other. Suppose here if on moving charge q, if on moving charge q from point B to the point A, work done in W, then what will be the potential difference between these 2 points? You assume that potential at point B is VB, at point A is VA, then what will be potential difference? VA minus VB will be equal to W upon Q. It's clear? Means what is the electric potential difference between any 2 points of an electric field? It is equal to work done in carrying unit positive charge from one point to another point. It's clear? Now see here, what is the SI unit of electric potential difference? So SI unit of electric potential difference is also volt, that is joule per coulomb. It's clear? Now see here, how will you describe 1 volt potential difference? 1 volt potential difference. So you can see here, if Q equals to 1 coulomb, W equals to 1 joule, then VA minus VB will be equal to what? W upon Q, that is equals to 1 upon 1, that is 1 volt. Means electric potential difference between any 2 points of an electric field is said to be 1 volt if 1 joule work is done in carrying 1 coulomb charge from one point to another. You see once again, electric potential difference between any 2 points of an electric field is said to be 1 volt if 1 joule work is done in carrying 1 coulomb charge from one point to another point. So this is all about electric potential and electric potential difference. In the next lecture we will begin electric resistance. It's clear? So thank you.